Speaking of Jeremy Corbell, he and George Knapp this past week on their podcast, Weaponized, released another leaked UFO video. This one's called the Baghdad Phantom UAP. Okay. And we're going to talk about this. Here's an article from the Mirror. I'm going to go through it. It says a series of images of a phantom UFO flying over an active conflict zone has been leaked to two investigative journalists, leaving them baffled by the discovery. Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp shared the images on their podcast, Weaponized, and have dubbed the sighting the Baghdad Phantom UAP. Now, I just want to stop there for a second. Now, for people, again, listening to this on the podcast, there will be links so you can see what this looks like, and there will be in the video version of this that will show up later on my YouTube channel. It will be on there too, but I will leave a link to the Weaponized episode so you can check it out. But basically, if you haven't seen it yet, it looks like a missile flying in this black and white footage. It's really not that impressive, if you ask me, but let's continue with the story. It said, they explained that the images of the cylindrical shaped object has been leaked by the United States Air Force after being taken by a Reaper drone in 2022. The source of the images was allegedly frustrated by red tape surrounding the images as they believed the military had buried some incidents. Jeremy and George released a statement about the images, which reads, investigative journalists Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp obtained and are revealing for the first time United States military filmed UFO footage from an active conflict zone, imaged by the United States Air Force using a Reaper drone. The UFO has been officially designated by the Air Force as a UAP, which is unidentified anomalous phenomena, and is not yet currently part of the active United States UAP investigations, seemingly due to obstacles of information flow after collection. The Department of Defense's All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office is now aware of this case. In the podcast, which has gained more than 17,000 views, Jeremy Corbell said, right now, our government, they've officially labeled it UAP, but it hasn't gone to the right places. He went on to explain the images, adding, this is a very skinny object compared to its length. If you look at the top left, you will see this is filmed in white hot, which means that the background is hotter than the image. By the way, I can confirm with 100% that this object flew under controlled flight with intelligent control across the screen from left to right. Now, I'm just going to stop there for a second. Now, when you see this object, to me, I mean, it looks like it could be a missile, but then again, I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's an image. It's grainy. And I'm going to get into this. I'm going to talk about what I think is happening here. Anyway, it says, continuing, it says, to which George Knapp replied, kind of looks like a torpedo or a rocket. Exactly, yeah. However, Corbell insisted that it was not a torpedo because it's over land and argued that you would see if this was a rocket too. Corbell claims the video was interesting because the object does not show the traditional signatures of what you'd see for reactionary propulsion. Though he said it does have a propulsion system that is undefined by us. But while he was certain about what it wasn't, he couldn't say what it actually was for sure. I don't know what this is. It is a UFO, he continued. Okay, yeah, it is a UFO. Yeah, that's about all we can say about it. It's a UFO, period. I mean, I don't think it's, to me, right, I just don't know if it's that impressive. I mean, because, again, you can't really see anything. I mean, the other image, I've seen some of the other leaked videos that Corbell has put out are more interesting to me. This is, again, I mean, there is no heat signature behind it, like you would think if it was a missile. I don't know what it is. I don't know. But it's a UFO. That's all you could really say. But I guess what I want to say here, though, is my problem with some of this stuff, right? We're not getting good enough leaks here. We need better leaks, okay? Because again, this kind of stuff, all this is fodder for the debunker crowd to say, hey, you're still not showing me anything. You're still not showing me anything. We need to get somebody here. I mean, now Corbell has connections, obviously. Elizondo has connections. Elizondo had said in other previous interviews I've seen him talking, he said that there are people, there was actually video where you could see the occupants of some of these crafts. Some of the video was so good you could actually see the occupants, and he alluded that he made allusions to the fact that these beings aren't human, right? Big-headed, gray-type beings like people have encountered. Right, that's what it sounded like when Lou was talking about this. We need to get leaks like that. Those kind of leaks will put this whole thing to rest. Not this kind of stuff. We've seen this kind of stuff before. I don't know what this is. I mean, maybe it's not a missile. Maybe it is a missile. I don't know. Is it? I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it's not good enough. It's just not good enough. I'm sorry. You know, I'm all in favor of these people. You know, I'm really glad. You know, I'm glad that there are people that are, you know, leaking these things to people like Corbell, and you know, I'm really happy about it. But again, this isn't good enough. It's not good enough. We need more. We need better. We need undeniable kind of proof, right? Now, I know there's some people out there, and I hear this kind of complaint sometimes, and I'm going to we're going to put to rest this argument. There are some people out there, particularly on the debunker side of the fence, right, who will say, well, you know, these people, they're just showing you a little bit here, a little bit there, because they want this to go on forever, because it's, you know, in their mind, the debunker's mind, this is a grift, right? It's not a grift, right? It's not a grift. Believe me, if these guys were able to put it into the debate themselves, right, they're going to be talking. More people are going to listen to them. So it's not a grift. I guarantee you that these people like George Knapp and Jeremy Corbell and Lou Elizondo would love to pull somehow, whatever way they could possibly do it, to pull that Band-Aid off completely and give to the world the absolute, you know, end-all proof that they'll send the debunkers home crying like the babies that they are. Right? I know that they would, because you think that the discussion of this is going to end? The discussion for this is never going to end. It's going to even be more greater. More people are going to become interested. Right now, there's not nearly as many people who are interested in this as there should be. But if the truth finally does come out, if some sort of video evidence finally is leaked that actually shows one of these beings and one of these craft, right, and it's from the government, that's going to end it. That's going to end it. The bunkers are going to be going home crying their eyeballs out. Their careers are done. And the careers of these other people, the people that are investigating this, they're going to go through the roof. Because there's going to be a lot to talk about. Once the truth is finally, once we get over that hump that I always talk about, once we get over the hump, there's going to be a lot to talk about, a lot more to talk about, and more people are going to be interested in it. And you'll start hearing, you know, there'll be more information that will come out too from people who are right now that can't say anything or feel they're scared to say something. People that might be working within the Pentagon or in the secret control group, they're probably sitting on information that would blow your mind that none of us have ever even thought of. So this discussion is only going to get greater. This is not a grift. The only grifters out there are the debunkers. They're a bunch of grifters. They're like flat earthers. They're like the Pharisees, like those people in the old days, like the high priests. You know that if they don't like what you say, if you say you say the world is round, then okay, we're going to burn you at the stake. That's who they are. I mean, they don't do that now, but figuratively they do it. You know, it's going to put an end to all of that stuff. So, you know, again, I just believe that, you know, to me, right, we need better proof. This is not good enough. I mean, this is okay. It's like meh. I see this image that Corbell released. Okay, it's nice. Okay, but no, this really doesn't do anything. We're spinning our wheels with this. It's like you're stuck on a muddy road, and your tires are like in the mud, just spinning, and you're not getting anywhere. I mean, this is not enough. We're spinning our wheels. We need more than this. This is definitely not enough. We need better kind of evidence, right? Better evidence. We need images of the beings. That's the next step here. We need to start getting leaks from, I don't know who Corbell, if you have sources in the Pentagon that are leaking this stuff, you need to start getting them to leak some better stuff, because this isn't good enough. Now, of course, I think that there was that picture of the Mosul orb that was caught by a military plane over Iraq in 2016 that he recently released. I thought that was more interesting than this. That was very strange. But again, that's still not enough. That's not enough. We need to see if there's images out there, if there's video out there that has images of the actual occupants, right, that you could clearly see, right? That would be something. Now, actually, there was some guy on Twitter that claims that he could see, like, if you focus in on this, in the one frame of this video that Corbell released, it looks like there might be occupants in there, but you can't tell. You don't know what's there. All right, you just can't see. You can't tell. It's just not enough. There's not enough. It's too far away. There's just not enough pixels. It's not enough information in the imagery to make that determination. I don't know what it is. I mean, it could be, again, it could be extraterrestrial. It could be some sort of missile. It could be something prosaic, conventional. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it's just not enough. We need images from the government, leaked images from the government, and people like Corbell and Knapp, the people who are talking to, people in the Pentagon, they're the ones who have access. They should be trying to get that kind of stuff. We need the final, put the final nail in the coffin on this one, and then move forward from there. So I'm sick of this debate. I'm sick of the baby stuff on Twitter over all of this. I'm sick of people wondering, is it real or not real? Because it is real. I saw one of these creatures, and I saw one of the crafts, so I know for a fact it's real. Right? Anybody who would do any research on this would know that it's real. Yeah, I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of this. I think we need better. I'm happy again. Yeah, okay, that's great. But at the same time, no, it's not enough. It's just not enough. We need better. Better. Anyway, until next time.